I'm gonna say it. I think after the trailer and the blog post from earlier this week about Black Ops 7 Zombies, I truly think we're back. And I don't say that lightly because I thoroughly enjoy Black Ops 6. It is one of my favorite entries in the series, but obviously it's not fully classic, and there are some gripes that I have with it in terms of unique map features and kind of like the aura. I know that that is a hot topic in the zombies community, is that word, and I personally don't like using it, but I uh, I think we might be truly in for a treat in a way that I don't think we're really ready for in Black Ops 7 because they have revealed a lot. And the main thing that I'm really referring to is being bad at the game, I guess. But what I'm talking about mainly is cursed mode. I think it's going to be nice because obviously we've got to do modifiers and we've got to discover certain things, which gives us an incentive to play the game more. And then on top of that, I'm gonna die again, guys. I'm bad at the game. I'm just not really paying attention with this rampage inducer on. But we're going to be able to, once everything is discovered, completely customize how we want to play in terms of classic mode. And I think that is phenomenal because, first of all, we get the opportunity to pick and choose the classic features that we want to play with. And I think that's phenomenal because I know a lot of people were complaining about specifically the perk limit, but it sounds like that is a relic that you're going to be able to fully choose if you want to have that applied. And I think that is a huge win for curse mode. Yes, curse mode isn't perfect to classic zombies. I'm actually kind of confused on how it's going to work with many features like the armor system, because obviously zombies and their damage scaling is made for armor, and I don't know how they're going to really do that when it comes to damage scaling, because if we want to turn off armor, then we might just be screwed in the later rounds, because look at me, I'm not really getting anything more than a one plate on purpose to show you that that's an actual concern of mine when it comes to cursed mode. So maybe we can keep armor, or there's like a shield relic maybe that we have to find. I have no idea. Or maybe there's a way to turn down the zombie scaling damage, because that's a legitimate concern. But everything else sounds phenomenal. I think it's going to be lovely to be able to pick and choose the features that I want. And I think a lot of people are not going to turn off the ability to have multiple perks, because that was something people were so excited that classic zombies was coming in, but they saw that the leak said 4 perk limit, and people were upset about that because people really like the perks that are in the game right now, and they want to be able to use every single one. And luckily, with this new game mode, they're going to be able to keep those there and pick and choose. For instance, you can pick and choose if you want the perk limit, you want ammo crates. Those are the only two examples they gave us, but there's probably a ton more examples. For instance, rarities. They might be able to have you choose if you want to keep rarities, if you want to have triple pack punch, or if just one pack punch is the way. Maybe there's a barriers, like a rebuilding of barriers setup, kind of. That one sounds pretty obvious to me, because they said they've got plenty of relics, and then they're gonna add more relics throughout the season. So I don't know how many they're gonna be able to add to keep it fresh, but at the same time, I'm all for it because they're going to be able to give us tons of different options to customize our game mode, and that's what I am a big proponent for when I say I like zombies, modern zombies, is because you have so much more freedom in these newer games to kind of do what you want and play how you want. Um, whether that's with perk augments or perk upgrades, and that's something that's important to me. So I think relics are going to be phenomenal. I think it's really important that it's not all just given to us immediately. I know a lot of people are divisive on that, but I think it's kind of smart to not have it given to us immediately. It's kind of testing the waters, be like, hey, if you really are hardcore, prove it, and then you can have all these relic systems. But you've got to prove to me that you're a hardcore fan. So if you want no perk limit, you've got to work for it and play the initial game and how they want it to be played. And I think that's smart. And I think it's smart that it's also like Easter egg quests that we're going to have to be doing in order to get the relics, which gives it more replay value for the hardcore. And then obviously that's going to make a ton of more guides for the YouTubers out there. So I don't see why any of them would complain. They've also toned back super sprinters, which is going to be phenomenal. They've also brought in extra augments, which I think is going to be a huge win. And then if you complete all the augments in like an upgrade track, you can apply 2 augments. So 2 minor augments. Let's make that clear. Which I think is going to be another huge win for the game. Is that you can have multiple augments, and I think it's going to go crazy with like Vulture Aid to be able to have Picky Eater alongside something else. I think there was one minor augment that's going to have like elite enemies drop bigger vials of essence, which gives you more points, but then you can also have Picky Eater at the same time. And I think the new update to Turtle Shell is going to be phenomenal. I'm just basically talking about all the things that I truly think are a big win when it comes to Black Ops 7 Zombies. I think just looking at the trailers and the videos, the aura is there. It is literally there, and we can't deny it. And I think it's going to be just absolutely phenomenal for us as a community because it proves that Treyarch is listening. And they've been listening this whole time. And I'm going to go down again because I suck at this game. Wow, armor really does a lot. So that's basically, like I said, the reason I didn't bring in armor was kind of to see how hard super sprinters were. That's why I have the rampage inducer. To see how hard zombies is going to be with no armor if they decide to have that as a feature in the relics or the cursed mode. I know that I'm probably exclusively going to be playing cursed mode once I unlock it, just because I'm a bigger fan of classic zombies than I am of modern. And that doesn't mean I don't love modern, because I freaking love modern zombies, and I have a blast with it. But I'm truly thinking that I'm bad at the game. But yeah, basically I'm just here to say I'm excited for Black Ops 7. I think it's got a lot of potential. There's tons of new things that are going to be phenomenal, and I think that's why I wanted to make this quick video, was to talk about the good things, but also show you, yikes, we might be in for a treat when it comes to the armor system and relics. So I don't know how they're going to do that, because we obviously saw that with one plate with Rampage Inducer on, I was getting just absolutely torn to shreds. And so if that's going to happen, it's going to ruin high rounds and relics. So I'm in the cursed mode. So I'm kind of concerned about that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. But if you're new to the channel, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.